The other week I did a video talking about common nightmares, what they mean and why you should never ignore them. Well, a lot of you guys did not ignore them. You guys shared some of your worst nightmares and you wanted more answers from me. Now, I'm not a dream expert, I will admit, but I went away and found some more answers to your questions, so let's find out what your nightmares really mean, shall we? My name is Danny Burke and this is the top 10 scary dream meanings you should not ignore, part 2. Starting off at number 10, we have bleeding. Have you guys ever had a dream about bleeding? It could be any kind of bleeding, if I'm honest, a little bit or quite a lot. Maybe you can't seem to stop yourself bleeding in your dream. Well, some people have theories on why you're dreaming this. Blood is our vital life force. Without it, we would just die. It's that simple. The importance of blood means that it symbolizes our very sense of self. If we're bleeding in our dreams, we feel like we're losing a huge part of ourselves. There are more specific theories than that though. A gush of blood may suggest you're experiencing self-sacrifice in your life. Dreaming about stepping on someone else's blood is said to mean that you feel like you're stepping on someone else to help your own success. There's an even more bizarre theory that drinking blood in a dream is a sign that you will one day get rich. I'm not too sure about that one. What do you guys think? Next up at number 9 now, we have drowning. This is a pretty horrible nightmare to have. There's a number of variations of this dream. You could find yourself drowning in an ocean, in a small lake, a pond, maybe even a puddle. It doesn't really matter. The drowning could be by accident or someone could be drowning you. Many people will tell you that this kind of dream happens when you are under a lot of pressure in your life. It could be physical, mental, or emotional. It could also be a symbol of your problems drowning you. Perhaps schoolwork or debt is piling up so much that you don't feel like you can breathe. However, another popular explanation is that the drowning is self-inflicted because you want to drown something out. You want to remove yourself from a part of your life and let go. Just let the world wash over you and consume you. Wow. Alright, moving on to number 8 now, we have dying relatives. It's never a nice one. You wake up in a cold sweat because you just had a dream that a loved one died. Most people take this to be a bad omen. They might warn their relative to be careful because of the dream, but that might not be what's really going on in your head. The reason could be guilt or regret for not spending enough time with a loved one. This is especially true if the relative is already dead. Of course, some people reject all of this and take a more spiritual meaning from it. They believe that the relative is trying to contact them from beyond the grave. A lot of people have opinions about this. What are your thoughts on it? Next up at number 7 now, we have the dark figure. Now this is quite a vague one, but it means it's quite relatable. I'm sure a lot of you guys have experienced this. Have you ever had a dream about a creepy dark figure that always seems to be on the edge of your dream watching you? You can never quite see the figure. Their face may be hidden somehow, as if they're cloaked in shadow. When you try and approach them, they might disappear or get lost in a crowd. It can be a pretty disturbing dream to have. The good news is, it could mean that there is someone in your life that you want to connect with, but you can't quite find out how. Some say that confronting the dark figure could be important, a sign that you should confront your fears in real life and your shadow side and change your mindset, attitude and whole approach to life. Next up at number 6 now, we have the storm. Now unless you're a dog, storms aren't normally that scary in real life. Saying that though, I am from England and I live in Canada. I've not really experienced like really bad storms, like tropical storms. In our dreams though, storms can be as big and as scary as your imagination can make them. Some people take storm dreams very literally and think it might have something to do with a stormy relationship with someone. Others say that a violent thunderstorm could indicate physical violence in your real life. However, it's not all doom and gloom. Surviving a storm in your dream could mean your brain is weathering a storm in real life. In reality, thunderstorms clear the air and there's a noticeable calm when they pass by. The same could apply to you if you dream of a storm. It could be a sign that even though things are tough and scary right now, peace and calm is just around the corner. Moving on to number 5 now, we have snakes. A lot of people are scared of snakes. I'm not one of them, thankfully, but I do get it, honestly. They're slithery, kind of shifty, and some of them want to kill us. Not all of them. I know there's a lot of nice and friendly snakes out there, but some of them do. You might have a whole other issue though if those snakes are slithering into your dreams. Sigmund Freud said that a snake is a phallic symbol. Of course he did. Carl Jung considered it to be a sign of transformation. The snake shedding its skin is like you shedding an old way of life and emerging into a new one. If the snake bites you, it could mean you are dealing with a hurtful remark from someone or even physical abuse, and you don't know how to process it. If you're finding yourself running from a snake in a dream, it could be a sign that you are unwilling to to acknowledge a problem that you feel creeping up on you. Or, of course, it might just mean you're afraid of snakes. Moving on to number 4 now, we have the apocalypse. As dreams go, this has got to be one of the big ones. You're not just dreaming about yourself being hurt or your family or friends. This is a dream about the end of everything, the whole world. So what is going on with that then? Does it mean you feel like you have to save the planet? Well, maybe. I mean, good for you if that's true. But for other people, it probably means you feel like a significant emotional and dramatic change is about to take place in your life. It's not the actual world coming to an end, but it may be your own world coming to an end soon. If it's a zombie apocalypse, you may feel like everyone around you has lost their humanity. A fiery apocalypse could be the destruction of your world as you know it. A tsunami apocalypse might signify a deep sorrow as your world is lost beneath the wave. Still, like I have said before in these videos, that doesn't mean it's all bad. If you can survive the apocalypse, you can survive anything. Next up at number 3 now, we have being shot. Another nasty kind of nightmare here. People who get shot in dreams sometimes report that it felt so real. Maybe not the physical pain as such, but definitely the despair and the panic. That feels very real. Some say that being shot in a dream is connected to how we feel in life. In ancient times, people used to say that being shot with an arrow was a sign of problems in your love life. Could it be related to a shot through the heart? A piercing bullet is like the feeling of having your heart broken by someone. Does that sound relatable to any of you guys? Another explanation is that it means you are trying to get rid of a part of your personality. There is something in your life that you want to remove, you feel like it makes you weak, and that bullet is a sign of your vulnerability. It also depends where you get shot. A headshot could be trouble of the mind, a heart could be your love life, your leg could be a feeling of being trapped and not being able to escape your current situation. Moving on to number 2 now, we have being cheated on. Those of you who have ever been in a relationship will know that this dream can be as scary as any of the other ones we've talked about so far. On the surface, it seems obvious. You're worried about your partner cheating on you, but that might not be everything that's going on here. Some people may dream this. They feel like they're not getting enough attention from their partner. It could also be because they're scared of being abandoned. Perhaps they have some really serious underlying issues from childhood regarding that. It could also be something as simple as low self-esteem. Perhaps your partner loves you and would never do that to you, but you don't love yourself and so you worry about it. Wow, I really got deep on that one. I need to take a minute. And finally at number 1 now, we have the silent scream. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to this one. You're in the middle of a dream, you try and let out a scream and you can't. It doesn't matter how hard you try, nothing comes out. When we sleep, our body paralyzes us as a way to protect us from acting out our dreams and injuring ourselves. If you're caught between being awake and a deep sleep, you may find yourself trying to scream, but your vocal cords just won't do anything. It can be really scary. It becomes an internal scream, and it may mean something is being held back within your brain, as if there is an internal conflict that you just can't bring to the surface. As with many of the other dreams and nightmares we've talked about, not being able to scream could signify a feeling of helplessness, of being trapped, or just being too scared to speak out. Well, I think my school psychology teacher would be proud of me doing this video. If you're out there, Mrs. Sizzling, hi, I'm on TV. I mean it's YouTube, really. Doesn't matter. You're probably not watching, are you? But you guys are. And thank you for doing that. Did you enjoy that? If you guys want more dreams and nightmare type videos, I can think of a lot more we can cover. Give me your suggestions. Also, tell me what's the scariest dream or nightmare you've ever had. Perhaps that will give me some inspiration. Until next time then, thanks as always for watching guys. My name is Danny Burke and I will see you all in the next one.